RP Singh of the BJP, Sunil Kumar Singh of the JDU, Syed Asim Wakar of the SP, Alimuddin Khan, political analyst, Padma Rao, senior journalist, T.R. Raghunandan of the Center for Policy Research, Vikram Singh, former DGP UP. And I'm privileged to have on the program tonight Anupama Shenoy, former Deputy SP in Karnataka, who is, I must say, as part of that exclusive report by our news editor Prema Sridevi, who is also on the program today. I first want to compliment you, Anupama, for the way in which you conducted yourself in this entire episode. We had all those phone calls, and I think you did a very good thing by getting those phone calls recorded, because now on tape today we know the way in which politicians and senior police officials put pressure on honest police officers like you. The only issue was an issue of ego, that why did you hang up on a minister? That's how it all started, right? Anupama, I want to begin by asking you, why did you release these audio tapes now to Prema Sridevi? Why have you gone public with your story? What is it that you want people in India to know about what happened in your case?
From January, once after I got transferred, and regarding that many issues cropped up in Karnataka, the reality was not exposed to the media or to the people of Karnataka. It was taken in a different direction. After minister spoke about a particular murder case, okay, of course I was investigating that murder case, but it was not the issue, and the entire issue was diverted towards that thing, and this regarding taking money for the ZP and TP elections was just hushed under the carpet of this particular case. So I thought after I returned to Kudligi, I started working normally, but there was I needed support from my superior officers. Nobody spoke about the incident also, and also they started, it was a mental torture, I must say. They started sending me memos every week with the silly issues, and final jolt was that during the entire 6 months, from January to till my resignation, I had undergone such a tremendous mental pressure, but nobody bothered about it. January, I went on sick leave, and in order to support myself, strengthen myself, I had to undergo a nature cure treatment also. If at all somebody doesn't believe, you can talk to those doctors too. I was insomniac, I was having back pain, and I was having even cervical spondylitis also. It was psychosomatic situation. But yet after that, in the month of May, when I was, I just wanted to check my, regarding the increment issue, I just wanted to know what had they done regarding the sick leave. But when I asked about it in the district police office, I came to know that they have sent it for medical board approval. So that really hurt me a lot. So slowly the frustration.
Why did you record these? You recorded these conversations when they were.
In fact, I had automatic call recorder was there in the mobile, and soon after the incident took place, I saved those call recordings, and I had sent it to SP and one of the colleagues also, because in Karnataka, from constabulary level to KSPS officers, we cannot talk before the media. And once when the issue was diverted towards the murder case, I wanted our superior officers to know it and to expose that tape. So I had given it to them, but it never came out.
You know, there are politicians on the program tonight who are experts Samajwadi Party, JDU, BJP, Congress, all these political parties are experts at hounding honest police officers, honest bureaucrats who don't listen to them. Because, you know, for example, you know, there's the Samajwadi Party. they hounded Durga Shakti Nagpal. Now, Syed Asim Wakar, I think what Durga Shakti Nagpal, when she was taking on illegal mining, you suspended her, right? I think she should have taped all the phone calls that she got. Had Durga Shakti Nagpal taped the phone calls and released them to the media, like Anupama Shenoy had done, that's the only way to deal with politicians like you. ये जो पुलिस ऑफिसर हैं, ये उन्होंने टेप किया, रिकॉर्ड करके रिलीज़ कर दिया. अब अगली बार जब भी कोई नेता इस तरह का प्रेशर डालने की कोशिश करेगा, आपको डर लगना चाहिए कि आपको रिकॉर्ड करेंगे कोई, आप रिलीज़ कर देंगे टेप, लोगों के सामने आप एक्सपोज हो जाएंगे.
अर्नव जी, आप बहुत सुपर और मैं समझता हूँ कि बेस्ट एंकर हैं टीवी की दुनिया में. मुझे कहने में कोई शर्म नहीं आ रही है या मैं मक्खनबाजी नहीं कर रहा हूँ, और आप अपनी बात बहुत अच्छी तरीके से घुमा के कह भी देते हैं, लेकिन सच्चाई आप नहीं कह पाते हैं. आप सच्चाई को दबा देते हैं. आप सिर्फ वो दिखाते हैं जो आप चाहते हैं या जो आप दिखाना चाहते हैं. आप तस्वीर का एक पहलू दिखाते हैं, तस्वीर के दो पहलू आप कभी नहीं दिखाते हैं. मुझे आपसे इस बात पर एतराज़ है और मैं अपना एतराज़ दर्ज करा रहा हूँ. देखिए, जिस तरह से सारे
नहीं, देखिए आप समझ नहीं रहे हैं कि जब इंस्पेक्टर जनरल सिविल डिफेंस, my question is,
सवाल पूछा है,
no, one second. First of all, you have said something about me, I have a right to respond. I have a right to respond. You see, what is happening is very interesting.
आप तो सवाल का जवाब तो दे नहीं रहे हैं.
मेरा सवाल ये है, पद्मा is understanding my point here, कि आजकल जितने ऑनेस्ट पुलिस ऑफिसर और आईएएस ऑफिसर हैं, जब भी कोई दबाव डालने की कोशिश करेंगे, या मुलायम सिंह यादव हो या कोई और हो, कि किसी और पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के हो, सिंपल सॉल्यूशन है पद्मा, उनको रिकॉर्ड कर दीजिए, उन पे स्टिंग कर दीजिए और स्टिंग करके मीडिया को रिलीज कर दीजिए, उनको एम्बैरेस कीजिए. That's the only solution, because Anupama has done that, isn't it? I mean, isn't that the point here, Prema, in this story? Prema and then Padma, please. Prema first. Prema first. Prema first.
Regarding talking only about one side of the story, till date, the entire Karnataka media and the national media has spoken about one side of the story only, and that is what the Chief Minister of Karnataka has to say, what the DGP has to say, and what the concerned minister in question had to say. For the first time, we are trying to bring the other side of the story, Arnab. And here, why was Anupama really shunted out? Not only because she hung up on the minister, but also because when she joined in September 2014, there were no raids taking place in that particular place in Kudligi. Hardly a handful of raids. But in a year's time, she conducted a anti-liquor campaign, and she started conducting raids, and at the end of the year, she conducted over 50 raids. And then the liquor mafia also turned against her. Now, what happened with the phone call is just only a trigger. But the real issue here is when an honest police officer fights against either the sand mafia or the liquor mafia or the mining mafia, this is what happens.
I want to go back to Anupama at this point. Vikram Singh, you know, it's sad today. I think it's tragic that an officer like Anupama Shenoy has been shunted out of the system.
मुझे अपनी बात रखने का मौका दीजिए तो मैं आपको
आप रखिए जरूर. मैं आज
वकार साहब जरा औरों को मौका दे दें.
मैं बस विक्रम सिंह जी को पूछ रहा हूँ कि I feel it's really shameful that we have shunted Anupama Shenoy out. In any other country, Anupama Shenoy would be given the highest award, would be encouraged for speaking her mind. She would have been given medals and a posting of her choice for the good work that she has done. It's tragic today. The politician stays and people like Anupama Shenoy are forced out of service, Vikram Singh. You worn the uniform. Why should Anupama Shenoy not be wearing the uniform and serving the country? What wrong has she done? That she didn't pander to the ego of some politician.
Let me tell you, Arnabji, that Anupama has emerged a winner in this case. She has exposed the nexus between bootleggers, the ministers, and the power syndicate. If there's any person worthy of her uniform, it is Anupama. And I salute this brave girl for being the steel and the part of the steel frame of the police administration. She has named and shamed those who are richly deserve to be named and shamed. And at once she has proved two things: that she is a woman of substance and steel, and
Yeah.
for this I salute, and in fact all the senior police officers would salute her. And number two, that she is an ace investigator. She knows what investigation is all about, and she has used it for the advantage of society and the nation. And there will be a time, the powers that be of Karnataka cannot be oblivious to the allegations and to the serious nature of evidence that Anupama has generated, and it will be very difficult for them to get away. It's only a matter of time before the CBI gets to their throats and get incontrovertible evidence again in the complicity with the bootleggers. Whatever my friend and my brother Mr. Waqar may say, वकार साहब आज हम कोई भी दलील दें, लेकिन ये जो सबूत है इसकी कोई काट नहीं है, और चूंकि इसकी कोई काट नहीं है, ये बार बार ईमानदार और मेहनत करने वाले और फर्मा बरदार अफसरान के ऊपर ही ये क्यों होता है। और जो हमारे लिए माकूल है, हमारे लिए हमसाज हैं, वो हमारे लिए इतने हद दिल अजीज हो जाते हैं कि उनका हम कुछ करते नहीं। कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि वो हमारे लिए माकूल है, हमारे लिए वोट की राजनीति में हमारे मददगार हैं, इसलिए हम उनकी खिदमत करते हैं। ये चीज बड़ी फिक्रमंद है। अनुपमा और दुर्गा शक्ति नागपाल ऐसे लोगों के बारे में।
अनुपमा, before I take this forward, and Anupama, lot of people today.
Arnab, may I come in, please?
I'm just coming to you. I'm just saying one thing to Anupama. Anupama, today there are a lot of people who are coming out in your support on the program, because what they are saying is that you should be in uniform serving the country. Why did you join the police force, Anupama? And for you, where do you stand today? Do you want to be in uniform again, serving the country, taking your pride of place, continuing your work, exposing more people in the mafia? Would you want to come back and fight back, Anupama? Where do you stand personally?
Sir, actually I have not yet decided about whether I want to go back to the department or not, and this fight is not regarding that too. If at all I was in uniform, I wouldn't have been able to expose all these things. It is not only a question of one person called Anupama. Many officers are there who suffer similarly, not only in police department, in other government setups also. And I won't say that I have done a great job in police department after going after liquor mafia, etc. There are many people, many officers who have done better jobs than me. But my question was, what I actually questioned during my transfer was, election code of conduct was implemented on January 18th, and I was transferred after implementation of election code of conduct.
No, Anupama.
So,
Anupama, why, sorry to interrupt there, but a lot of people in your position, Padma, just one word I want to understand from Padma. A lot of people in your position, unfortunately, when you get a call from an IGP or a DGP, right, would immediately say, I compromise, right? I will go and apologize to the minister. I will save my job and my position. What I find most appreciable is the fact that you didn't compromise. Why? What made you? At what point of time between January 18th and 19th did you decide that I am being told by a senior officer to call up the Neta and say sorry? What point of time and what made you decide not to compromise? What was going on in your mind?
That was by instinct. I thought I will not bend for such things. And I knew that election code of conduct was implemented, and obviously executive becomes powerful after code of conduct implementation. So I did not bend, yield to any of those things.
Yeah. Padma wants to say something at this stage. RP Singh, I'm coming to you. Sunil Kumar Singh and Alimuddin Khan, I'm just coming to you in a bit.
Yeah.
Padma.
Yeah, thank you. Just give me 20 seconds, please.
Yeah.
Two things. I just watched the movie Singham. Crummy movie, perhaps, in many ways. This is completely reminiscent of that. Second thing, it's sad that an upright officer like Anupama chooses to shed her uniform to upkeep justice rather than continue to wear the uniform.
Absolutely.
The third thing I'd like to say to Mr. Vikram Singh is that out of a spate of incidents in the last 2 years in the state of Karnataka alone, Deputy SP commits suicide after alleging harassment by a politician. Sub-inspector gunned down by a killer with allegations swirling around a senior police officer. Deputy SP commits suicide after false allegation and harassment by senior police officers. IAS officer commits suicide. Another one is assaulted by goons. A DC is intimated and harassed by a panchayat head who is reportedly close to the CM. All these incidents in the last 2 years, Mr. Singh, 2 of these incidents happened to police officers, junior police officers, at the behest of senior police officers. What is it, Mr. Vikram Singh, that Arnab described just now, makes you keel under the pressure? Why is it that not so many of you have the courage, as Anupama did?
I'd like to put that. I'd like to put that to RP Singh.
Sad statement.
RP Singh.
And to say, I will take it up. I will fight for justice.
Yeah, RP Singh. Can you explain to me? We have a brave police officer here who's saying that I will have to give up my uniform to fight the system. Why wouldn't all political parties come together to increase their salaries? All political parties come together to give themselves big houses, big gift privileges. Can all political parties come together today, RP Singh, to say that we will ensure justice for Anupama? It should not be such a lonely fight. That all political parties should come together to make sure that she continues to be in police force.
Adnab, more than 50,000
Padma, one sec. Because if people like Anupama, Padma, 1 minute, Padma, it's not only about the statistics. No, it's not only about the statistics. It's simple today, RP Singh, that there will be young women who want to be in the police. They would want to be in security forces. People like Anupama are forced out of the system. What example are we setting? What would you tell Anupama? What will you do for her? Mr. Singh.
Anupama, let me start with this. Anupama, hats off to you. You took a courageous stand, but it's very sad state of affair. I mean, as a countryman also, I want to say that. But the issue is that today netas, public servants, so-called public servants, misuse civil servants because they want to bend laws and rules as per them. And civil servants will go by rules and laws. Since they want to bend laws and they want to use it, so best tool is transfer. Use transfer as a tool.
Transfer.
Although there is a rule by the Department of Personnel that no one can be transferred before 2 years, and if there is a violation, the action can be taken against them.
No.
But yes, it's being violated again and again.
No. So what will happen now? I want punishment in this case. You see, you say RP Singh. Just making one point to you. All this saying is fine, but Alimuddin Khan, you lean towards the Congress, and Sunil Kumar Singh. If I were to say that I want one person transferred, and you know that person. I want the district minister and labour minister Parmeshwar Nayak, who called Anupama Shenoy and insulted her and says to her, don't you know the minister is calling? Right? And when Anupama says, talk to me with respect, Anupama, hats off to you. As a deputy SP, you pick up the phone and you tell a neta, talk to me with respect. We are so proud of you.
Yes.
I am so proud of you. Today the whole country knows there is a police officer. She doesn't care for her position.
Very proud.
She doesn't care for a post. She doesn't care for the consequences. She has not done something wrong. Why should she call up and apologize to that lout, Sunil Kumar Singh? That lout should be out of a job. Anupama should not be out of a job. He should be out of a job, Sunil Kumar Singh. So you pick up the phone and tell the Congress party, who are your allies, and tell Rahul Gandhi that, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, you talk about great things for the next generation of India. Pick up the phone right now. Speak to Anupama. Say, I apologize on behalf of people who are my party or my government who may have done this to you. We want you back. Would you do that? That's the positive use of power. Sunil Kumar Singh, tell Nitish Kumar to call the Congress and say, don't let injustice happen to Anupama Shenoy. Don't let it. Otherwise, everything you say is fake.
Very true, Arnab.
No, it's very true, I know.
Arnab.
But then what will happen now?
First of all, I salute the courage and the valor of Anupama Shenoy, that being a female, she chose to be a police officer.
It's not fair, male, female. What is it? Why are you being patronizing being a female? What do you mean being a female? No, why? Please,
No,
please
No,
don't
I'll tell you
talk
what is
like
common.
that.
I'll explain. Let me explain.
No.
Let me explain.
That's something
She
I don't
chose to
agree with.
And then she had a crusade against liquor bans, realizing the bad effect of liquor.
I said all
and
that.
that is where Nitish government is totally
Nitish
for
Kumar,
women empowerment,
will
number
Nitish
one.
Kumar call up?
And
Will
liquor,
Nitish Kumar? You see,
Nitish Kumar is for the...
See, I'll tell you one thing. She's taking on the liquor mafia. One, Nitish Kumar is calling for the abolition of liquor, which details I don't agree with, but since he does, should he not pick up the phone and intervene directly with the Congress leaders? Use his power as an important ally and say a young police officer who stood up against the system is being persecuted, she's being forced out of a job because she refused to say sorry when she has no reason to. Don't bring her back into the
Very
system.
true, Arnab. And
No,
I think that Honorable Nitish Kumar is a regular viewer of your times now, and he's a sensitive politician.
Will you tell
and
him?
that is also for women empowerment, and he believes in total liquor ban. Definitely,
No. Will you tell him?
Honorable Nitish Kumar is a viewer of times now. He's a sensitive politician. Definitely, he will be for Anupama Shenoy, and he will do something about it.
Yes.
And we sincerely feel that Anupama Shenoy should be called back to the job, number one, and that minister should be asked to apologize.
Yes.
That is for sure, and that should be done.
Anupama, before I go to Alimuddin Khan, I just want to ask you here today that if the political system comes back and says to you that we are aware of the injustice done to you, that the tapes that you have revealed actually reveal the real truth, which Prema has put out in her report today, right? Would you come back and continue your crusade as an independent, honest, straightforward police officer?
Actually, I am not very sure about this.
Why is that?
Because more than me, I feel that there are many sufferers. Especially my intention of releasing these tapes and fighting this issue is, there is one person called as Shashidhar Venugopal who tried to stand for the rights of police staff, policemen, constabulary staff and ASIs.
Right.
So he had called for a mass leave on June 4th. But government came up with the ESMA, it implemented ESMA, and then he was arrested under sedition charges on, I think, June 2nd. In fact, I do not know Shashidhar Venugopal personally, but whatever issues he tried to address that were related to sufferings of policemen. So that was genuine. But government came up with such a force that he was arrested and he is still behind the bars.
No, this...
It is nearly 80 days now and he is not released from the jail.
Vikram Singh is saying something to you, sir. Anupama, former DGP UP Vikram Singh is saying something.
Can I ask you?
Vikram Singh, yeah, Vikram.
Anupama ji, मैं आपसे कुछ पूछूं?
Anupama, may I submit that this is a different issue altogether. The Police Act prohibits the police force from taking to the streets or going in for any form of public protest. And to that extent, I feel that there should have been a better recourse to redressal of grievances than going on a mass leave. But Anupama, let me tell you that what you have done speaks volumes about your capacity as a police officer, your investigating abilities, and there is no doubt that you are a person of absolute steel on which any department would always be proud of. To what Padmaji has said, all of us have our personal experiences are not relevant. I would like to bring to her notice that I personally arrested 2 ministers, 2 members of parliament, 5 MLAs of the ruling party. But then you have to cover yourself legally in a manner so that nobody can fault you that you have been vindictive, you have been proactive, or you have transgressed the rule of law.
In this case, Alimuddin ji, I am coming to you.
Sir,
why are we, Padma, 1 minute, Padma, why are we looking at this particular case? Anupama, may I just say something to you? Your case is very interesting because it lays bare the bitter truth of the condition of the political class in India, where honest and sincere officers of the government like you, are punished rather than rewarded because you are expected to be appeasing the egos of politicians. When we said we are proud of what you are doing, you chose to stand up for what you are doing. This is what this channel has carried out a campaign, Anupama Newshour, you know, a campaign which we call VVIP racism. This is the simple case of VVIP racism, in a way. You know, Alimuddin ji, you wanted to say. So I personally think, Anupama,
and sexism.
Yeah, Anupama, no one to advise you, but I think you must know the whole country is with you on this one. Alimuddin Khan wanted to say, Alimuddin Khan, this country needs more honest and hardworking, sincere police officers and bureaucrats. People like Anupama can't be forced out of service. What's your question?
बात सही है अर्नब जी, मैं अनुपमा जी से कुछ पूछना चाहता हूँ.
जी पूछिए.
अनुपमा जी, आप एक बात बताइए, आपका रेजिग्नेशन वापस लेने के लिए अप्रोच किया गया था या नहीं?
नहीं सर.
कोई ऑफिसर नहीं आया आपके पास?
उन्होंने PSI को भेजा था. आई थिंक आई एम अ DYSP. दे कैन नॉट सेंड PSI and I do not want anybody to come to my home. They can send a notice if at all they were interested to get me back into the system. Government work usually happens with the writing work, not by word of mouth, you know. They could have sent a notice saying that what was the problem that you faced.
अनुपमा जी कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है कि आपकी ऑफिसर लोगों की आपस में जो हिरार्की है उसका झगड़ा हो और झगड़े को आप कहीं और डाल रहे हो. आप दुर्गा शक्ति जैसे बनते, आप बहादुर बनते, आप क्यों रिजाइन करने की आपको जरूरत थी?
नहीं, अलीमुद्दीन जी देखिए, ऐसा है, आप मेरी बात सुनिए. आप अगर इस प्रोग्राम में आप अगर एक इल्ज़ाम लगाना चाहते हैं, आप ऑनेस्टली ये बात को क्यों नहीं पूछते कि एक टेप्ड कॉन्वर्जेशन है. टेप्ड कॉन्वर्जेशन में देखा जा रहा है कि बहुत ही मतलब कि इंसल्टिंग, ह्यूमिलिएटिंग तरीके से मंत्री जी ने बात करने की कोशिश की है. फ़ोन पे वो डांट रहे हैं इस तरह से अनुपमा शेनॉय को, which is absolutely unacceptable. And that's the point. So one minute. आप ये क्यों नहीं समझ रहे कि ये हाई हैंडेडनेस है नेता का? और कोई पुलिस, और उसके बाद पुलिस ऑफिसर, DGP, IGP सब फ़ोन करके अनुपमा शेनॉय को बोल रहे हैं आप अपोलोजाइज़ कीजिए. जब एक दिन अपोलोजाइज़ नहीं किया तो टॉप पुलिस ऑफिसर फ़ोन करके बोल रहे हैं आपको पोस्टिंग कर देंगे, आपको ट्रांसफ़र कर देंगे. आपको क्या लगता है, ये इज दिस नॉट ह्यूमिलिएशन? आई थिंक प्रेमा वांट्स टू से समथिंग हियर. ये तो इंसल्ट है, ह्यूमिलिएशन है. उसके बाद आप ये कह रहे हैं यू आर मेकिंग हर द शी इज द विक्टिम. नहीं, शी इज द विक्टिम. आई एम सॉरी बट शी इज द विक्टिम इन दिस केस.
One question to add.
प्रेमा,
Arnab, the IGP tells her, the IGP,
ये नेतागिरी बंद कीजिए, ये नेतागिरी बंद कीजिए. वन सेकंड प्रेमा, ये नेतागिरी.
Arnab, the IGP.
No, one second. What RP Singh, what are you saying? RP Singh, what are you saying? RP Singh, what are you saying? RP Singh,
Sir, it is very sad. It's very sad that Anupama stood for it. Not like Mr. Ganpati, other officer who's committed suicide, and because of Mr. George has to quit. Here also Mr. Nag should quit, and a fair inquiry should be held into it.
अब कह रहे हैं उसी सिस्टम में, एग्जैक्टली इन दैट सिस्टम दिस मंत्री शुड क्विट. टेप्ड कॉन्वर्सेशन है. द मंत्री हैज टू अपोलोजाइज टू द पुलिस ऑफिशियल. I'd say the Mantri, the Chief Minister should apologize for the police official Alimuddin Khan. ये नेतागिरी है कि senior police officer को you are forcing her out of service and now telling her to explain why she is not coming back to the system. What assurance are you giving her that there will be justice to her? आज अनुपमा शेनॉय वापस आएंगी तो Chief Minister को माफी मांगना पड़ेगा.
Now there are a couple of very serious.
Why don't you understand, Mr. Raghunandan? One second, Mr. Raghunandan. Sorry to come to you late. Yes, sir. Mr. Raghunandan.
Yeah. Arnab, there are a couple of points. That I want to make. See, we've seen the minister's behavior, and it is something that we have come to expect from politicians. I mean, they seem to be pretty rotten people, interfering in actions of police officers. But what really surprised and saddened me is the tone and the response of the two senior officers in the police. I mean, if you notice, they were sympathetic, but they were not supportive.
No, they were not.
I think they have completely failed Anupama. And let me make a very obvious point here, which seems to be missing. You see, it is a uniform service and there is a hierarchy. But an investigating officer is not subordinate to her superiors in the police. She is subordinate to the law.
Yeah.
The law gives power to the investigating officer, and even God cannot come and interfere in the exercise of that law.
Yeah.
And that very obvious point
Yeah.
should have been explained by those senior officers to the minister.
Yes.
And instead, senior officers keep their mouth shut about the obvious position of the law, and they act supportive and they act sympathetic to Anupama, shed crocodile tears, and they say some sweet words, but where is the support? The police officers stand subordinate only to the law.
Yeah.
And that has not been explained to politicians. And you know, a few years back, you remember there was a celebrated case where MLA's requests to police officers were being recorded in case diaries in Maharashtra.
Yeah.
And Mr. Prithviraj Chauhan, who was the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, who was otherwise a pretty decent human being, issued an order saying that MLA's request should not find a place in the case diary. In other ways, he actually legitimized the intervention of MLAs in the acts of police persons who act only as subordinates to the law. So there are some very obvious points that are being missed here. And I completely disagree with Mr. Vikram Singh when he says that it's a uniform service, so they are breaking the law if they go on strike. Sure, but can you arrest a police person for sedition?
No,
that's complete misuse
the
of a
point
provision.
is, the point, if you listen to the conversation, if you listen to the conversation.
Is the minister who transferred Anupama adhering to the law?
No,
by
certainly not.
transferring her?
Certainly not,
Pick
Padma.
up his phone within 30 seconds.
Padma,
That's
if
also not
you
adhering
listen,
to
They can't. They can't. It's a violation of law.
If you listen to the tape,
as per law, they can't transfer also before
that's
2
right.
years.
No. If you listen, if you listen to the tape, Alimuddin Khan, Alimuddin Khan. Yes, Mr. Khan. Yes, Mr.
Who are
Khan.
violating the law.
Yes, Mr.
अर्नब जी ये इंक्रीमेंट का झगड़ा था डिपार्टमेंटल आपस में, जिसको पॉलिटिकलाइज किया जा रहा है। इनका आपस में इंक्रीमेंट का खुद अनुपमा जी ने कहा है कि हमारा इंक्रीमेंट का मैटर था, और वहीं से इनके एसपी से इनके डिफरेंसेस होते हैं।
Padma, one minute. No, Padma, 1 minute. This is wrong. Alimuddin Khan, Padma, wait a while. 1 second. Alimuddin Khan,
अगर यही रुपया गणपति जी की तरह सुसाइड कर लेती तो ठीक हो जाता। आज उन्होंने खड़े होकर इस बात को वापस जवाब दिया, तो
ट्रांसफर हो गया तो वहां जाके बॉर्डरली काम करते जैसे यहाँ
ट्रांसफर के लिए 2 साल का कानून है आपका। आप 2 साल से पहले ट्रांसफर कर नहीं सकते। आपके कोई निजी मुलाजिम नहीं है जिनको आप अपनी तनख्वाह पर रखते हैं।
अरे यार आप तो बोलो ही मत, आप तो गुजरात की बात करो ना। आप क्यों बात कर रहे हो? आप
अरे मैं आपके वजह से चल रहा हूँ, आप किसकी बात कर रहे हैं?
उस बोर्ड ऑफिसर को हम बोल रहे हैं, उनको यूनिफॉर्म रखनी चाहिए थी, रिजाइन नहीं करना चाहिए था। She could have served the country in the uniform.
यही बात कह रहे हैं, उनको इस्तीफा नहीं देना चाहिए और अभी भी रास्ते खुले हैं। हमने ही दुर्गा शक्ति की मदद करी है।
पॉइंट ये है कि अगर ट्रांसफर हो गया एक यूनिफॉर्म ऑफिसर का, तो क्या उसको ट्रांसफर के ऊपर रिजाइन कर देना चाहिए? शी शुड बी बोल्ड इनफ टू फेस दी सच थिंग्स लाइक दुर्गा शक्ति नागपाल।
No, bold enough to face what? Bold enough to face what? Padma, please. Padma, don't speak over him. Padma, yaar, 1 second. Padma, calm down. No, watch. I'm asking you, Alimuddin ji. Bold enough to face what? Bullying. दादागिरी, नेता की दादागिरी को bold enough she should face it, right? That's what you're saying.
Not नेता की दादागिरी, ऑफिसर्स की बात कर रहा हूँ। There was internal इनका कुछ hierarchy का प्रॉब्लम रहा है।
आप मेरी बात सुनिए। ये जो आप बोल रहे हैं, मेरे पास तो एविडेंस है, फैक्ट्स है। फैक्ट्स क्या प्रूव करते हैं कि उन्होंने फ़ोन नहीं लिया मंत्री का, उनको आईजीपी ने बोला कि माफ़ी मांगिए, माफ़ी नहीं मांगा, फिर डीजीपी ने फ़ोन किया, फिर बोला कि आपका ट्रांसफ़र कर देंगे, उन्होंने बोला क्या ये मेरी पनिशमेंट पोस्टिंग है। ये सब तो टेप में है, ठीक है। एक तरफ ये तथ्य हैं, एज इन देयर आर फैक्ट्स ऑन वन साइड। अलीमुद्दीन जी जरा सवाल खत्म करो। एक तरफ तथ्य है यानी कि फैक्ट्स है, दूसरी तरफ आप इन पे इल्जाम लगा रहे हैं कि ये सब झूठ है, वो अपने पर्सनल स्क्वाबल्स को ठीक करें। आपको किसने कहा? आपके पास क्या तथ्य है? फैक्ट्स, प्रूव द फैक्ट्स। आप ऐसे एक्यूजेशन डाल रहे हैं अनुपमा शेनॉय पर, प्रोग्राम पर, जबकि आपको तारीफ करनी चाहिए। आपको प्रेज करना चाहिए, आपको सपोर्ट करना चाहिए।
मैं नहीं डाल रहा, वो खुद कह रहे हैं कि हमारा इंक्रीमेंट का प्रॉब्लम था। मैं नहीं डाल रहा हूं।
Absolutely not.
No, हमारा इंक्रीमेंट का प्रॉब्लम था।
I think Anupama can speak for us. Anupama, one thing. 1 second. आपको क्या लगता है और प्रेशर डालेंगे आप उन पर? I think Anupama, you should set the record straight. Anupama, बोलिए, go ahead.
नहीं, ये इंक्रीमेंट का मामला मतलब ओनली टू सेट द पेपर्स राइट। मेरा इंक्रीमेंट तो हो चुका था, बट लीव अकाउंट शुड बी क्लियर्ड।
No, the point here is Anupama. Anupama, the issue is there is a police officer who called you.
अनुपमा जी, आपके पास
अलीमुद्दीन जी, आप इनका इंटेरोगेशन मत कीजिए प्रोग्राम पर। 1 सेकंड, अलीमुद्दीन जी, अलीमुद्दीन जी, देखिए, अलीमुद्दीन जी, मेरी बात सुनिए, मेरी बात सुनिए। आज के बाद
वापस ले लीजिए।
आज के बाद सैयद असीम वकार, मैं कह रहा हूं आपको कि हर नेता को डरना चाहिए कि अगली बार कोई फोन उठा के किसी की, मैं बस खत्म कर रहा हूँ।
नहीं, आप मेरी बात नहीं आने दे रहे हैं। मैं आधे घंटे से, एक तो मैंने 1 घंटा आपका इंतजार किया
जी,
और आधे घंटे से आप मुझे बिठा कर रखे हुए हैं।
नहीं, बोलिए, मगर
मेरी बात नहीं आने देने।
बोलिए।
आप ये बताइए, आप उत्तर प्रदेश की बात कर रहे हैं
जी, कह रहा हूं।
विक्रम सिंह जी इसी उत्तर प्रदेश के डीजीपी रहे हैं
जी,
और डायरेक्ट डीजीपी नहीं बने हैं।
ये डीजीपी, ये विक्रम सिंह पे डिबेट नहीं चल रहा है। ये डिबेट विक्रम सिंह पे नहीं है।
मेरी बात, मुझे सब पता है किस पे डिबेट चल रहा है। क्या तो कहिए मैं चुपचाप बैठूं फिर बोलूं?
नहीं, चुपचाप नहीं, मगर इशू पर
मैं आपका स्टूडेंट नहीं होगी, जो आप चाहेंगे मैं उतना बोलूंगा। मैं कह रहा हूं विक्रम सिंह जी से पूछिए कि किस नेता ने इनको कितना दबाया।
ये डिबेट विक्रम सिंह पे, अनुपमा शेनॉय पे।
उत्तर प्रदेश में एक डीएम या एक एसपी, एक एसएसपी नहीं है।
ये डिबेट
उत्तर प्रदेश में सैकड़ों आईएएस हैं और सैकड़ों आईपीएस हैं।
उत्तर प्रदेश की बात छोड़िए, आप हरियाणा सरकार की बात दोहराइए।
आप बार आप यहाँ पर दुर्गा शक्ति की बात कर रहे हैं, तो मैं कैसे चुप रहूंगा?
सरकार, पिछली कांग्रेस सरकार हरियाणा की बात दोहराइए।
मैंने कहा ना कि अगर सारे नेता
वहाँ पे आपने आईएएस ऑफिसर,
पद्मा प्लीज, पद्मा 1 सेकंड, पद्मा,
मतलब वो दब के काम कर रहे हैं। अच्छा, बेमान है सब।
अच्छा, सुनिए मेरी बात, सुनिए, मैं आवाज उठा के बात नहीं कर रहा, आपसे बोल रहा हूँ। मेरी बात सुनिए,
देश को भड़का रहे हैं।
भड़का किसी को नहीं रहा, आप सुनिए मेरी बात। मैं आपसे कह रहा हूँ वकार जी, was it or was it not a witch hunt?
मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ,
was it or was it not a witch hunt?
सैकड़ों आईपीएस हैं।
अच्छा, listen, Mr. Waka,
उत्तर प्रदेश में अगर सारे नेता ऐसे ही हैं,
Mr. Waka, देखिए, ये मुझे आज लग रहा है। Can I have Anupama on the right hand side? Can I have Anupama on the right hand side? I want to say something to Anupama on the right hand. Anupama, I want to say something to you. Waka जी, मैं अभी आपको काउंटर सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ। I'm just saying something to Anupama. Anupama जी को कुछ कहूँ उसके पहले वकार जी 1 minute. Anupama, if for nothing else, you should be happy today that by doing what you have done, by putting out these tapes, you see all the politicians are so scared today that next time anybody calls up a police officer, they'll be recorded and exposed, and I think that's a very good thing. I think all police officers should carry a recording device on their phones so that if any neta, anyone picks up the phone, any minister, IGP, record it and release it to the media. Expose these politicians. That's a simple point. Now, Mr. Wakar, I don't want to argue with you about Uttar Pradesh because I know what happened to Inspector General Civil Defence Amitabh Thakur, who was threatened after his wife Nutan Thakur lodged a complaint against the minister in the UP government. I know that Shanmugam Manjunath, I know that Shanmugam Manjunath,
भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सदस्यता ले चुकी है।
No, I know that Shanmugam Manjunath,
बात की है,
Indian Oil Corporation,
नौकरी में होने के बावजूद आरएसएस के मंच पर गए।
Indian Oil Corporation sales manager Shanmugam Manjunath was shot dead when Samajwadi Party government was in power in Uttar Pradesh in 2005 after exposing the oil mafia. Okay, as per Manjunath's father's claims, he had been warned by the UP police that his family could be in trouble because the accused were influential. Many times in this country, influential people have silenced other people. Now there are officers like Anupama Shenoy. Anupama, tell me, and I want to go to Prema also on this, Prema, because you've been interacting with Anupama in this particular case. Anupama, tell me, at any point of time, did you feel the pressure so much that you felt you would be made to compromise? Did people constantly make these phone calls? When you were told that you will be transferred, when you were told to say sorry, just tell us, because a lot of people are watching this, what was going through your mind? What was going through your mind at that time?
For me, nobody is above law. And especially my feeling was that, okay, election code of conduct, it is a form of law and it is implemented and we shouldn't break it. Breaking that, why they wanted to transfer, and initially I did not know that it was because of the liquor lobby I was transferred. I was just thinking, okay, phone call, how can a class 1 officer get transferred because of a phone call? Later, after 3 days, when that issue cropped up in the newspaper and the TV channel started debating on it, I was called to the head office by DG. So that time DG asked me to go to Indy and he said that politicians are angry on me, that I have given information to news media, etc. If at all I had to give the news to the media, I would have said the truth. Since I was in the system and I did not want to embarrass my senior officers whom I had respected so much, so I never came out with the truth. But I don't know, it was a kind of suffocation that the truth never came out. So I thought, okay, it is time. And I couldn't, by the time of June, it was like that even liquor mafia was troubling and even officers never, and main feeling was that only for no mistake of mine, I was troubled, whereas the people who deserved punishment because they broke the election code of conduct, they were never punished. Only after I resigned, the minister who troubled me happened to, his post as the minister he was removed from that ministership, that's it. If at all, I think, if at all I had not resigned, even that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Prema and closing with Prema and Mr. Raghunandan. Mr. Raghunandan, how much support is building today? How much support is building today for Anupama at a public level, especially after today's expose among people?
I think there's a series of events. I think there's a series of events, and Anupama's the episode, very sad episode, is really contributing to a groundswell that might just explode onto the surface. I myself have had conversations with several IAS officers, and though I myself quit the IAS, I find myself in the position of telling these IAS officers that we people outside need you in the system. But I can tell you that there are many senior IAS officers who want to quit, who want to leave and go. And the recent happenings, including the one where Anupama has been harassed in this fashion till she left, I think it's a pointer to the future, and there might be a groundswell of opposition, and it may all come up to the surface. But I really place the blame on the doorsteps of senior officers.
That's true. That's
the most important. Why do you get senior? The most important thing about a senior officer is to actually first and foremost protect your team. I mean, if you can't do that, all the years of experience that you have climbing up to the top,
because
is of no work at all.
Because
and to my mind, I think the politician was just playing out his role. But I think the action of the IG and the DGP was reprehensible.
No, because
they should have explained, and they should have told people, you will not transfer this
because what comes across here,
I'm sure if they had done it, the CM would have stood and said,
because what comes across here is actually, and I want to close with this. I want to
food chain.
No, I want to close with Prema on this. What comes across here is that the senior police officers are coaching Anupama on how to compromise, saying even if they abuse you, even if they lose their cool, even if they shout at you, you be quiet. This is the slavish mentality that Anupama. Prema.
That's rubbish. That's absolute rubbish.
As you rightly said,
that's rubbish.
Serious questions need to be asked to the IGP, to the DGP, and also to the Karnataka Chief Minister. Because as you said, the IGP tells Anupama in one of those conversations that even if the minister is rude to you, you be polite.
You be polite.
The DGP says, when she asks, am I being transferred? The DGP says, when she asks, is this a punishment transfer? The DGP says, no, this is a reward transfer. So sarcastically, he passes that comment.
I saw that.
And then in her resignation letter, Anupama has very clearly said that I tried to fight the liquor mafia. I tried to fight the high and mighty, but I did not get cooperation from my own department or from my superiors or from the government. Now the question is, what was Karnataka Chief Minister doing about this? Why wasn't an inquiry constituted, at least on the liquor mafia part of it?
Agreed.
That's the question.
Anupama, A lot of support coming from you.
We
Can
all
I say?
know
Can
the
I say one
answers.
thing to you? And I don't know, Mr. Wakar, Sunil Kumar Singh, RP Singh, Alimuddin ji, all of you should come out and support her. I genuinely mean this. Make a change. Neta sirf netao.
We'll appreciate if Anupama can approach the Department of Personnel of the central government.
We are supporting her. We are supporting her.
एक एडवाइस करना चाहता हूँ
We are supporting
अनुपमा जी को
Arnab ji, we are
किसी भी
supporting
कीमत
her.
पर रेजिग्नेशन नहीं देना चाहिए था, रिजाइन नहीं करना चाहिए था।
नहीं, resign करना नहीं।
Requested her to take her resignation back.
No, 1 second, please.
Anupama,
Anupama,
should go back.
Anupama, can I?
The Karnataka
Anupama,
government should call her in the job.
तो क्या
and
करना
that,
चाहिए था?
that
क्या
dragging
करना चाहिए
politicians
था?
should be asked to apply.
अच्छा, 1 second. Anupama,
के लिए क्यों बोलती?
Anupama,
Accept
from across the
humiliation.
country today, across the country today, you are sitting in Delhi, I am sitting in Mumbai, we are doing this program. More at a personal level, I'll say this to you, Anupama. From across India today, not from Bengaluru, not only from Chennai, not only from Karnataka, people across India are calling right now supporting you. Many people saying we want you back in the system. Many people saying that you are an inspiration. There are people like you who don't compromise. So proud of you, Anupama.
Yes.
So proud of you. For speaking up, for exposing what is wrong. You have upheld the highest values of a police officer. I thank you very much for speaking up and in the way that you have on the Newshour tonight. Thank you very, very much. We'll follow the story.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.